My boss fired me. So I took down his entire company. I didn't just want him gone. I wanted his world to burn. And the best part? I didn't even have to light the match. I just handed it to him and watched him strike it himself. I was 33, worked at the same marketing firm for almost 7 years. I wasn't the loudest in the room, but I got things done. Clients liked me. Numbers didn't lie. My boss, Mark, was the opposite. One of those guys who cared more about looking successful than actually being good at his job. Designer suits, big talk in meetings, always just back from a golf trip with investors. And he hated me. Not because I was bad at my job, but because I was better at his. It started small. He'd forget to invite me to important meetings, take credit for my pitches, and I let it slide. I told myself, don't make waves. Keep your head down. Then, one Thursday afternoon, he called me into his glass-walled office. Didn't even look me in the eye. Budget cuts, he said. No warning, no severance. Just like that, 7 years erased. As I walked out, I saw him smirking at his phone. Not sad, not stressed, just relieved. That was the moment I decided I wasn't walking away quietly. You ever lose sleep replaying the same conversation over and over? That was me. Lying in bed at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, hearing his voice. Budget cuts. I knew the truth. He didn't fire me because of budget cuts. He fired me because I made him look bad. And if he wanted me gone that badly, maybe he was hiding more than I thought. So I started digging. First, LinkedIn. He bragged about clients he didn't have, said he worked with Fortune 500 companies that had never heard of us. Then, old emails. I still had access to the shared drive. Rookie mistake on his part. There were consulting fees paid to his brother's fake company, invoices for events that never happened. The deeper I went, the uglier it got. He was skimming from budgets, overbilling clients, falsifying reports for investors. This wasn't incompetence. It was fraud. Be honest, if you found something like that. Would you just walk away, or would you do what I did? I knew one email to HR wouldn't cut it. Mark was HR. I had to go bigger. So I started making a map. Every shady deal, every fake invoice, every client he lied to. I backed everything up to a hard drive and 2 separate cloud accounts. Redundancy is key when you're about to go nuclear. Then I got personal. I went to drinks with old coworkers, casually asked about weird things they'd seen. One of them, Brenda, told me about an off-site where the company paid for Mark and his mistress to spend a and 8 arten dat ebeloistan base a reside bezdom Dart company credit card labeled as Antabam had a networking event. Gold. Next, I reached out to clients. Not directly, that would be too obvious. I had a friend pose as an industry journalist. She asked off-the-record questions about billing discrepancies. Some of them were furious, others already suspected something was off. I was planting seeds. All I had to do was water them. It happened on a Monday. I sent a single anonymous package to the company's largest investor. Inside, a printed spreadsheet of falsified invoices, photos of the networking resort trip, a USB drive with email chains proving everything. The subject line of my anonymous email: "You should see what your money's paying for. By Wednesday, the investor had pulled funding. By Friday, clients started pulling contracts. Mark tried to spin it, called it temporary restructuring. But the local business journal published an expose. Full details. Names included. Guess who fed them every piece of information? Within 2 weeks, the company was bleeding money. Half the staff quit. The rest were laid off. Mark went from driving a brand new Tesla to begging people on LinkedIn for consulting opportunities. His wife left him, his mistress blocked him, and me? I watched it all unfold from my couch, drinking coffee from the mug they gave me for my 5-year anniversary. Do I feel bad? Sometimes. For the people who lost their jobs, the ones who didn't deserve it, but for Mark, not an ounce. He didn't just fire me, he tried to erase me, he thought I'd disappear quietly. Instead, I became the ghost in his machine. People love to talk about karma, but karma's slow. I'm not. Last week I got an email from Brenda, the coworker who told me about the resort trip. Subject line, "You're not going to believe this." Attached was a screenshot. Mark had applied for a junior marketing role at the company where I work now. I forwarded it to my boss with one line. "This is the guy who stole from his own investors." They never called him back. So, yeah, maybe I didn't just burn his company. Maybe I salted the earth too, and I'd do it again.